Oh boy. I just hope people actually show this time. Because, hello. Hello. Not doing pause today, but hello. Thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. Hello. Hello, everyone. Doing pretty good. Actually, I just came back from a con recently. I went to TFF. I don't really have an opinion on Therians, to be honest. I mean, I guess kudos to them, but I don't really have an opinion on it, so. I am not going to Anthrocon. Just not enough time to try and even go to it to begin with. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm always happy for the subs. Kind of, sort of, as long as you make the right decisions, but I'm going to one in June, though. Oh boy. Oh, my chat disappeared. Dynamasts are pretty cool. I actually have one myself. That's a lot of furries to sub to. Thank you. I'm glad you like my content. I'm glad you like my suit. Okay. See, I would like to go to Anthrocon, but going to cons outside of my state kind of scares me, and so I'm just like, kind of like, eh. Also, I didn't really time it right this year, so I can't really go because of the way they set things up. I might try to go next year, maybe. It's a very, very hard maybe because I don't know. Hello, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I mean, you could always be a furry and you don't have to tell them. Like, that's just how it is. Oh boy. I did not. Scarlet, oh, let's see. I don't know if you can see my tag. It's kind of backwards, but Scarlet Wings made my suit. I don't have them with me right now. They're in another room. So, I only have one that I was working on. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad your mom is supportive of it. That joke never gets old. I don't even understand that one, to be honest, really. I don't. I'm like, what's the point, you know? But how is everyone else doing? So the thing I was going to talk about was I actually went to TFF recently, and I really didn't get to talk about it because just a lot happened. Like, I immediately went back to work and everything, and I just, like, a lot happened last week, and I didn't really get to talk about it. So I went to the TFF just a couple weekends ago. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it. That's good to hear. Yes, Z is my suit sibling. Yeah, she's my suit sibling. We're made by the same maker. You don't need to have a fursuit to be a furry. You don't. You don't at all. Like, you can be a furry, like, as long as you like anthropomorphic characters, you don't need a fursona, you don't need a fursuit, nothing. You being into that is good enough to be a furry. And I also wouldn't recommend a fursuit at a young age, just because of the fact that it takes time to get, like, you might grow out of it, something like that, but. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a tough question. I would have to say probably Nefertiti. I absolutely adore her work and all her tutorials and everything, and she's like a super sweet person. I know that she's had some issues in the past, but she's super sweet. I actually met her at TFF, actually. Oh no. I don't have a favorite food, to be honest. I guess maybe peanuts or something. I'm trying to read all y'all's comments, but the chat keeps disappearing. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, I think maybe like a head and like paws and maybe a tail would probably be okay, but like a full body probably not wise until you like stop growing for a while, just because of the fact that you could spend all that money on that suit, and you know, spending all that money on that suit, and then you grow out of it and it doesn't fit you anymore. So it's like, I would say maybe if you were to get a fursuit, I would say like try to do a Dynamask or something that's not quite that expensive. And if you grow out of it, you grow out of it. It's a little bit easier. They're quite much cheaper than an actual fursuit. Oh no. I can't really give you an exact age. It's really hard to, give an exact age. Yeah, you get used to the hate comments, unfortunately. It's something that comes with the territory of being a furry and a content creator, but I really can't suggest an exact age as far as like getting a fursuit. I just strongly recommend you my brain went blank. I just like I can't really recommend an age because it's really hard to say because each person individually differs. So that's why I say maybe go for like a head or like a mini partial or something like that. At least if you get a suit, it's not that big. Like it's a little bit easier to deal with. What? Oh no. That's not good. Actually, this is technically my second suit. The first one I made. The first one I made like a couple years ago, but this one I got last year. He'll be almost a year old in June, or not June, in May, I think. Let me see. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Thank you. That's probably what I would say, honestly, about like you're when you're almost an adult because it's a lot easier. So one of the things I did want to talk about is cat ran past me. One of the things I did want to talk about was the con, so I didn't really get to. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It sounds fun. Con was a lot of fun. I had so much fun there. I got to see 4 of my suit siblings. Apparently there was a couple more there that I didn't see, but it was a lot of fun. I, in suit and out of suit, use he, him, or they, them. That's me personally, but I'm not going to object to somebody if they say she, her, because I know how I look. So like, it's one of those things where my preferences, but it's not always guaranteed that somebody's going to see that. So I'm like, I'm not going to like fight them over it, Thank you. I did hit 4K when I was at the con, and I couldn't celebrate it because, I was up there. But I've actually hit 4.5K, and I am so blown away by so many of you guys that actually enjoy my content. Like, I had a couple people come up to me while I was at the con saying they enjoyed my content, and I was so blown away because it's like, I'm just I'm just one person that dances around in a suit in my living room just having fun, and like, I don't know, I'm blown away by it. I haven't been in my suit that long. I don't enjoy the hate comments, but them kind of feeding the algorithm does help, per se. That's a high number. Honestly, I'm striving for 10K at the moment is what I'm aiming for. I don't know if water and electronics is a good idea. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but from a normal standpoint, it seems like that would be great. I would love to hit that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I wish, and I honestly hope, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But anything can happen. Anything's possible. Something could go viral. I would absolutely love. I actually technically have a second suit made by Lava Fox, but I don't wear her that often because she doesn't get as much love. But I would absolutely love to commission another suit from another maker. I just don't have the money for it, and there's so many makers that have been going on commissions and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm so broke, and I would love to support all of you. But yeah, I definitely would, because I have a second character I want to make into a suit. Hello. Not very easily. Most of my suit can be thrown into the washer except the head. And you put it on a delicate cycle. It would be nice, but I mean, some people don't see that. That's pretty cool. Oh no, that's not good. But I'm glad you were able to make a new channel and come back. I actually was in the works of making another suit. Or not making another suit, but like trying to make a suit. I just don't have all the materials for it. Thank you. I was actually in the process of trying to make my second Sona into a suit, but I kind of wanted to commission another maker. Eventually, I would like to get a digigrade suit for my current suit from my maker who made this one the first time around. But I'm still saving up money for that. Oh. Hello. Thank you. He needs a bath. Like his nose right here is like you probably can't see it, but his nose is dirty. I didn't get it. I haven't had a chance to wash him since the con. It's just I've been so busy. But my poor suit needs a bath. Thank you. I'm glad you like my suit. I wish I would have had this at the con because that would have been so cute. But it came in while I was at the con. I was like, oh well, nothing I can do about now. But I have it for Stratospur, so I can look like a little beanie baby now. Thank you. So the only thing I can really suggest is to take your time and watch a lot of tutorials and do your research. There is tons of tutorials all over YouTube. I was just going through some of them, reading some research, reading some tutorials and all that, and really take your time when you're making your suit so that it looks right. It's not going to be perfect like a maker that's been doing it for years, but it will look a lot better in the end if you really take your time. Oh no. Thank you. I'm glad you like my suit, and I also appreciate the sub. Thank you. You're welcome. Right now it's comfortable sort of, but I usually only suit indoors. It depends on the time of the year. In the summer, it's probably the worst time to try to, because Texas heat is no joke. You will die. That's why we have one of these, so you don't die. Yeah, depends. It depends on the seasons. Oh, I'm sorry to see you go. I appreciate you popping in. You have a good day as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Always want to do your research. I mean, you can. It's entirely up to you. I can't really tell you whether you should or shouldn't. Uh, it's whether or not you feel comfortable doing so. So, okay. I don't have any questions at the moment, thankfully. But something I want to talk about was the con. Like I said, I didn't really get to talk about it. Uh, it's just something you deal with. That's cool. It was a lot of fun. The thing I was most disappointed about was that we didn't have the big fursuit parade or the fursuit photo, and which I was kind of disappointed about. But like, I got to compete in the dance competition. What the hell? Cat, man, cats. But anyways, so I got to compete in the dance competition. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. It's a little paw. I'm trying to stay cool so I don't have to take off my head. But no, I got to compete in the dance competition, which was really really exciting. Also super nerve wracking, and I ended up having a panic attack just beforehand backstage. I'm not quite entirely sure if it was a panic attack or not, but I ended up crying because I was so nervous to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore, and my body went cry. And I'm like, okay, that's fun. I got it sometime last year before Renfest, so I think in like October, and I got it off of Etsy. I don't remember the shop though. Oops, that was a sneeze. Hello. That's pretty cool. My second con was 4 hours away. That was fun. Yeah, that was a sneeze. I was not really thrilled about sneezing soup, but it's something I can do. I appreciate you popping in. You have a good day as well. That sounds fun. It's always good to start with the tail and the paws first because they're a little bit easier to make than the head because the head takes a lot more time and precision. And also, you obviously want some symmetry on your suit. Oh, that is so far away. I'm not quite sure how far Intercon for me is, but I would definitely have to fly there because I definitely couldn't drive. Um, that was one of the factors is that flying is so expensive, and that is one the time the hotel block opened up and flights was not applicable, so I just kind of said no. I would like to go to Anthocon because I would like to see a lot more of my suit fam, but there's nothing I could do about it. Oh, thank you for the sub. I did not make my suit actually. My suit was made by Scarlet Wings. I don't know if you can see the little tag here, but my suit was made by this maker. I've actually done quite a few lives. Usually I'm doing VTuber though. I don't usually do fursuit streams that often. I only do it whenever I'm celebrating like a milestone or something, just because it takes a little bit more energy out of me. I mean, they're not gonna be perfect, especially for your first time making paws. I'm sure they look great though. Oh wow, that's a long time. Oh boy. That is an old program. Old program, considering we're on Windows 11 now. But how's everyone doing that's in the chat? Whether you just joined in or if you have been here. That's good. That's good to hear. There's a lot of species in our fandom. That's good to hear. I'm glad y'all are doing good. That's good. Yeah, I kind of went for an earlier-ish stream this time around just to kind of get it out of the way. I would like to, but I just often don't have the time and the energy. It's just, it takes a little bit more. Food's always nice. It's, Fursuit streams just take a little bit more energy out of me. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, it takes a little bit more out of me. It's okay, I appreciate you stopping by though. Have y'all ever competed in a dance competition? They do indeed. That's why I have this in my hand. It's keeping me cool for now so that I can get by for now. Because I probably will never do a face reveal on my channel, ever. So faux fur is probably the best fur to use. Often I would say Hal Fabric and Big Z if you can order it from online. Joann's has some okay faux fur, sort of. It's okay. I mean, it's good to work with for your first time, but if you want high quality fur, definitely order online. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Dance competitions are very intimidating. See, I don't do face reveal because one, I am not only a furry, but I am also a VTuber, and so it's kind of frowned upon in that community to do face reveals, to be honest. So that's why I don't do it. Now, if you happen to see me at a con without my head on, all I ask is please don't reveal that, like, don't take pictures of me without my head on, because it's just like, it's kind of like a safety thing for me personally. But I think one of my fans did see me without my suit head on, so that somebody does know what I look like, but thankfully they didn't say anything. That's pretty cool. I appreciate you popping in. I see you all the time, even if it's for a short bit. I appreciate it. Huh, that's neat. I actually have two personas. So I have this one that's you'll see all the time in the suit, and I have a second one who's actually gone through a few revisions since I've had them. So this one's obviously like a white cat and everything, based off the trans flag. And my second one is named Shasta, and kind of based off me, has like a mint color to him on a couple spots. It's kind of brown and has like the pan flag and all that. But you don't see them too often because I don't have much of it. So I don't know either of those personally, but Z the Raccoon is actually one of my suit siblings. I love Starberry's content. So I won't say how old I am comfortably because it's just not how I prefer. It's actually in some of my videos though, a couple of them. I am an adult, I will tell you that much. I am over the age of 20. That's all I could tell you. That's all I'm comfortably telling you. But that's about it. They do. Protogens also take a lot more than your average fursuit like mine because they have so much, they have a lot of like wiring and everything. There was actually a couple protogens at the con that I went to. they had there's like all kinds of wiring and like in the face and it goes all the way back, and if like you have a full body, it's like it's a lot. I give props to those that have those kind of suits. That's pretty cool. So the only thing I can give when it comes to like making your fursuit for your first time is definitely like really take your time, do research, watch a lot of videos and tutorials and stuff like that. Definitely take your time because fursuits are not easy to make, and it takes a lot of they definitely take a lot of time. As far as why you think I'm a kid, I have no idea. Maybe I sound like one a little bit. I'm a little bit nasally because pollen, but I don't know why you thought that. I'm very much an adult. Hello. Actually, my eyesight's not too bad today. I'm not mad. Definitely a good idea to do this again. This was a smart idea. It is. I'm not actually too sure, to be honest. I think it's like after 3, I want to say. It is 3:30 here where I'm at. 3:30 p.m. But it also depends on what area you live in. Right? Like, they try so hard. And I'm just like, kudos to you. You're feeding my algorithm. So, I mean, I'm not mad. Oh, somebody joined my thing. Ah, okay. That's pretty cool. A couple of my friends are like an hour ahead or out behind or something like that, or 2 hours. A lot of the times it's based on like, for me personally, because I live in the States, it depends. Although I think I have like a couple friends that are like in a completely different state. They're like 2 hours behind. Ah, okay. I don't know of any cons that are in Germany, to be honest. Interesting songs is definitely a way to put it. I'm not gonna change the music I dance to because it's something the music I dance to is something I love. I will say I apologize. If I would honestly, for those of you, if you hear songs that are kind of more provocative, I would put it, or lewd, I would not suggest continuing to listen to that music for your own safety. I absolutely adore it because I'm kind of weird, but yeah, I wouldn't. Oh wow. I'll stay up too late. Yeah, I guess I could see I would come off a little young maybe, but not quite. It's so interesting what the time zones for everybody is. Like you don't think about it, to be honest, until like somebody actually says something, like, you know. Some of the stuff I listen to is far worse than Kesha. Far, far worse. I can tell you that now. If you actually pay attention to the lyrics, I will tell you that now. Like, some of the stuff I listen to is very, very weird. I don't think y'all ever really pay attention to some of the songs I dance to. Like, some of them are not that bad. Like, some of them are like Hollywood and Dead and like other artists. But there's one particular artist I do dance to that y'all don't realize how interesting that artist is. And it's a very niche artist, so I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. But they're good, but it's just one of those. Oh boy. Oh boy, y'all are so innocent. I love it. Well, not that part, but like it's interesting to see people that are a little bit innocent. Now it generally depends on what I listen to. A lot of the stuff that I dance to is stuff I do listen to, or stuff that I like find interesting. There's a handful of interesting songs in there that I dance to, but it varies. Really, all I do is dance because it's just what I'm used to. Ah, okay, that's pretty cool. Sometimes that happens. Paper suits are definitely a little bit more difficult to keep around, but it's definitely like a cheap way. I appreciate you stopping in. I actually have pretty decent lighting today. Oh boy. That's pretty cool though. I only recognize the warrior cats just because I grew up with like the books, but I don't really recognize the rest of those. Although there's probably a little bit like younger, so that's probably why I don't recognize them. That is a bit scary that I might lose that at the con, but it's such a cool idea. Almost looks like he's got an earring. Eh, that was a lot noisier than I intended. uh, I gotta record more videos. I didn't even think about that. Can't stop, won't stop, I guess. You guys are free to ask me questions. That's part of the live stream. Like, I'll answer questions. I don't have too much to talk about at the con, or for the con. It's okay. I honestly don't mind too much. People come and go. Uh, I'm sorry. Sometimes being innocent is great, but unfortunately, you have been turned to the dark side. uh, oh boy. All I can say is, don't grow up too fast, because you'll regret it. But I guess I could talk about a little bit about my con experience from going to Strasbourg to TFF. Ah, that's no good. Glad you're here. Yeah, a lot of people, that's one of the things a lot of people like. One of the questions I ask is whenever I do like my videos, I'll ask random questions and I'll put them like in the little description. A lot of people will tell me that they love the community and everything because of the way that it is. Like the creativity and like all the different things, like content creators such as myself, all kinds of stuff like that. Like they enjoyed that. And sometimes it's the suit, sometimes it's other things. It's like, it's really, our community is very diverse because there's all kinds of things. Like you could be yourself, you can go and have fun, you can go to cons for whatever reason, whether you want to shop, you want to run around as a suit. Like, it's great. But yeah, the hate does suck. That is the unfortunate part, is that you do get a lot of hate. I wish that wasn't the case, but unfortunately for us, that's just something we come along with. And there's not a whole lot we could do about that, unfortunately. But it kind of comes with the territory. I will say something that was kind of irritating about that weekend was the stupid registration line. That was a pain. Yeah, that's gonna come with the territory because for some reason people think that barking at us is gonna, for some reason, change us. I guess I don't know. I don't understand why people bark at us or say we're fatherless or whatever. It's like it's the same thing over and over, and I get it all the time. Unfortunately, kids are just mean. That's just how it is. Like I remember that. Like kids were mean to me, but I wasn't a furry in middle school, thankfully. But well, I would say thankfully, but like I wasn't like into the furry fandom or anything until much later on, and so I was picked on for different reasons. But I definitely can understand middle school kids can be quite mean and rather rude, and it's just something unfortunately you deal with, and even as you get into high school, it's still a thing. It's just one of those annoying things that comes with school for some reason, and I don't understand why. But a lot of the times it comes down to insecurities. Pretty much. Streams are really cool. Hello, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry your cat died. I unfortunately loss isn't great, and I'm sorry. I do hope that you feel better and that I can say things will get better eventually. I lost my chat. Oh boy. Oh boy, that itself is a sad. No, country music's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that's because I'm more of an alternative person. But they kind of picked that. They picked that route when they decided to choose that genre. Current days country music kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not even really country anymore. Like stuff like Brooks and Dunn and stuff like that was country, but anything like newer now is like eh. You're trying to fuse it with pop at this point. Thank you. Those aren't bad. Living Tombstone's pretty cool. Um, I still find it funny to this day that people don't realize that Discord by Living Tombstone is talking about My Little Pony. And somebody randomly asked that in the comments one day. This is blah blah blah. And I'm like, you just realized that? That's funny. But no, I don't typically listen to the FNAF soundtrack or anything like that. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I tried playing the game just to try it, and I still don't do horror things. And so jump scares easily get me. Like I jump probably about 5 feet in the air every time I failed. I'm like, okay, this game is not for me. But I tried it at least once. I think I made it to the second night, and then poof, dead. Okay, something I can talk about, just to kind of like fill space, is So something I learned from going to two different fur cons. I went to Stratus Fur last year, which is a much smaller con here in Houston, and then I went to TFF this year. Hello. Just a couple weeks ago, and the difference between the size of one con versus the other was huge. There was over 7,000 attendees at TFF a couple weekends ago. That is a lot of people, and so that's a lot. I don't go to school. I graduated almost like 5 years ago, I want to say. Yeah, that's a fun game. But now the difference between the two cons was insane. Like I couldn't believe it. Like it didn't seem like there was that many people there, but after seeing so many suits, it was like that's a lot of people. Like a lot of people. Like a lot more than I anticipated. And it pushed that con into being the third largest con. But it was so much fun. Like there were so many suitors, they're walking around a lot. Although my suit fam tried to kill me. Not actually, but they tried to kill me because they walked one way. We were all trying to meet up, and then I was like, "Where is everybody?" It was fun. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot. That was a fun but kind of stressful weekend, but I enjoyed it. I would high key recommend going again. Just maybe a little bit more prepared. There actually is somewhere on YouTube, I forgot, I think his name is Kites or something like that, I can't remember exact name, but he has the entire dance competition video up there on his channel, and I am actually in that one. I competed in the TFF 2023 dance competition, and I'm hoping to compete at Stratosphere, but we'll see. Maybe I'll have a little bit better grip on my anxiety this time, considering I'll be closer to home. Oh, now I recognize that name. I was like, I recognize the profile, I just didn't see the name. My favorite color is seafoam green. It's a very odd color, but it's very pretty. Heh. I didn't really go through the phase. Like, I tried to play it because everybody else was playing it, but I was like, the animatronics are cool, but, this game is not for me. Hello, welcome in. Glad to see you here. Oh, wow. Protogen suits are pretty cool. They just take a lot of more work to take care of than a foam suit like what I have. I could kind of see it to be jealous. That's kind of hard to describe because it depends for each person. Me personally, I get a lot of joy being a part of a community that really cares and gives back and everything and like really enjoys each other. One of my favorite things about being a furry is obviously wearing the suit and getting to run around and like have so much fun and enjoy myself. Like going to cons, it's one of the best things for me personally because I get to completely forget about life, go to a con dressed up as an animal, and just run around and have fun. That's like one of my favorite parts, and that's why I enjoy cons so much. They're a little bit stressful for me personally because of travel, but once I'm there and I'm on the con floor, I completely forget about everything and I just have fun. Like it depends on the individual person though. Yeah, I turn into like a little gremlin kitty a little bit whenever I'm running around. Like I'll go, ooh, that looks fun, takes off. And of course my poor handlers trying to catch up to me as I'm taking off. That's one of the reasons I don't run around as much. One, because I die because it gets hot real quick, but two, also, leaving my handler behind is not a good idea. It does get pretty warm, just because of the fact that the main way to breathe is like right here, and I can see here, but other than that, there's not really anything to breathe out of, so it gets pretty hot. That's why either some suits have an inbuilt fan, like that's like right here in the muzzle, or in this case, I have a neck fan that I often have around my neck, but for right now, I don't need to. So it does get quite warm. That's why I'm using my fan because I'm trying to stay cool, but I'm also trying to like be interactive with you guys as well. Oh, that sounds like fun. I don't think I've ever seen somebody do a crow. That would be really cool though. That's definitely interesting. As far as I know, I don't think I've ever seen one. I've seen like owls and stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen a crow. As far as I know, there's probably one out there, but that's pretty cool. Ah, it would probably do good in the winter, honestly. But it doesn't really get that cold here, honestly. And even then, I think one of the days that I went to an event in November and it was kind of chilly. I was burning up in my suit, but the second I took it off, it was cold, and I was like, how does that make sense? Like it doesn't make sense at all. So I don't know. It depends on the eyes. For me, I'm kind of lucky. My maker made like really big like mesh eye suits, so I can see decently well. I still have limited vision because normally I wear glasses, but when I wear a suit, I don't because it's pointless because it's just gonna get fogged up. But the eyes are really like the ventilation, or not ventilation. The eyesight is really great if you're not a person that wears glasses. Other than that, it's really good. I do know some suit makers use realistic eyes, and so they have like in the corner, like here, there's like mesh or something like that where you see out of, and like it's just like the eye. I want a realistic suit, but I don't know how easy it would be to get used to that type of suit. That's actually my next suit I want to get is a realistic style suit, and there's a maker I've had my eyes on for a little bit that does them that look really really well. See, cosplay, that's basically what a furry is. We're basically just a big old cosplayer. Have a good night. I'll see you later. But yeah, basically, furries are just like big old cosplayers. The only difference is instead of like face paint and stuff like that, we put a mask over our head, and that's like that's the argument that I make often. Like, oh, it's a furry, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you're just a lame human that doesn't have anything better to do. But um, like people are like, oh, well, you wear an animal costume, you must like animals, and I'm like, well, yes, I do like animals, but at the same time, it's fun. I have read like maybe one or two books. I've read a little bit of it. I've actually gotten used to doing live streams. It does take a little bit to get used to because you have to like really get into it, like all the energy and everything. At first, I was a little bit embarrassed, but then I got comfortable and I got used to it, and so I just kind of like I don't know. It's just something in my brain just switches on, and I just immediately just turn to this different person that I'm not normally. You know, it does take some a bit. It does take a bit getting used to. Hello. Ah, okay. That sounds a bit difficult. As you can see, my brain is scatterbrained, and so therefore I triple my words. That's what happens when I get excited. That's usually how it goes. You get the handful that are accepting, and then you get the few that are like, I guess, bored or something. Oh, my fan died. I don't actually have a favorite character. I don't remember too much. I think I read a little bit of one of them, so I couldn't tell you. That's not exactly what that's not what they mean by fatherless. So with fatherless, they mean like you don't have a father figure in your life. That's what one of my friends explained to me. And so the thing is that even if you do post that, you're just giving into their hate. If you just ignore their comments, they won't be able to keep feeding off of that. You're reacting to their hate comments. That is what I have learned as a content creator. If you don't pay attention to their hate comments and you just ignore them, they'll realize that they don't have any power and they will stop. I can't guarantee the hate comments will go away, but they're less likely to return with a hate comment from that particular person if you don't give them the power. That's just what I've learned personally. I have not, as far as I know. I've seen a lot of interesting furries, but that's one I have not seen. Yeah. It just, from somebody that's got almost 5,000 subscribers now, you kind of get used to it after a while. And I just kind of learned to ignore the haters. I don't condone my followers hating on haters in the comments. I don't condone that at all. But also at the same time, I'm not going to waste my energy to go tell them to stop. So, hello, welcome in. So it's just one of those. It's kind of like a gray area on one of those things. Oh. I mean, Scooby-Doo is pretty cool. I actually grew up watching Scooby-Doo. I absolutely love Scooby-Doo. I'd still watch it if I could, but it's not on many streaming services now. And the ones that it's on, I don't have. But I do I enjoyed that growing up as a kid. Awesome. I'm actually not going to be live too much longer. I'll be live for maybe another 10 minutes. Because I'm actually a little bit tired, but glad you could pop in. Yeah, I actually do delete a handful of comments, but I get so many across all of my videos that I cannot physically delete all of them. Like, I will delete the ones that I see that YouTube notifies me of, but I cannot delete all of them. There is a ton of them. Like, I absolutely adore y'all's support, but I get tons and tons of comments every single day. And I can't respond to all of them. Like, I would love to. Like, I'll spend like 5 or 10 minutes responding to comments every day, every so often. And I cannot respond to all of them, but that's kind of how I look at it. I don't personally have a favorite food, but I can give you a favorite snack. I like nuts and stuff like that, like peanuts. I like those. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best. I think you're trying to say my fursuit looks cool. Thank you. He needs a bath, unfortunately. Like, his nose right here is a little bit dirty, but he needs a bath. But thank you. You know what? I ain't mad. I made it almost through the whole entire live stream without somebody doing that. I'm actually not mad about that for once. Like, I did a live stream on TikTok. I don't really do them anymore for that reasoning, but I appreciated all the love I was getting. But I did it once. The amount of like people that were doing that, like, people were going like, "Ew, furry, blah blah blah," in my TikTok live. I went, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'll just stick to YouTube. That's hilarious. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. My fan died. Oh, I'll be okay. Now, something I will say is that yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I personally, as somebody who's an adult, don't particularly like. I can't control who watches my channel, but I know a lot of my channel is like minors and stuff like that, so I kind of watch what I say a little bit. I try to, but it's easier said than done, even with YouTube's protocols. So it's kind of easier said than done. I actually did meet a few. So I met Nefertiti. I was super excited to meet her. Well, I didn't meet her, but I asked her for a photo. I didn't freak out or anything. I was just excited. I ran into Stormy. I got a photo with her. And I also got a photo with Suka. I got a photo with him last year, but I got a photo with him this year with his new suit. So I met a few that were kind of famous. Hello, welcome in. But something I will say is that I didn't really express it very much at the beginning. I will say that if you're here, like, I cannot express how much I appreciate everyone that supports me, because I am blown away. Like, I honestly am so blown away. Like, I cannot believe how many people appreciate my content. Like I said, I'm just a simple furry in my living room dancing at night, having fun, and it just blows me away how many people watch my content and everything. And whenever I had people come up to me, like I had a couple come up to me while I was at the con. There was even one that was afraid to come up to me, but told me in one of my posts that I posted while I was away at the con that they wanted to, but they were scared. Like, I was so blown away by the fact that people actually liked my content and came up to me and asked me for a photo. It was really, really exciting, but also very shocking. Like, I'm just so blown away. Thank you. I get a mix of people that are watching my channel, honestly. I have no idea what Riptide is, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. Thank you. I honestly try to be nice. Sometimes I have my bad days, but I honestly try to be nice. Yeah, it is kind of like, I kind of froze in spot whenever I had a couple people come up to me and ask me for a photo, because I wasn't expecting it. Like, people were telling me they liked my content, and I was so shocked that I was trying to be nice, but I was honestly really taken aback, and so I just didn't know how to respond. But I think now from that experience that I have a little bit of understanding of how to react to people. At least I hope so. We'll see for the next con. I appreciate you stopping by. I might be live tomorrow night, maybe. It depends. I didn't plan a stream schedule for this week because I knew my schedule would flip-flop. Yeah, that's kind of how actually what one of my followers was. They saw me there, but they were afraid to come up to me. So it was kind of surprising. But like, at the same time, I feel that I was at first kind of nervous to go up to a couple of people that I admire, so I can definitely understand that, being in that position, honestly. The only other con I plan on going to this year is at Stratosphere, and that's about it. Oh, wow. You have a good night as well. Hello. I feel so bad for all of you that are just not coming in. I'm actually gonna probably get off live soon. I'm dying a little bit inside my suit. So I've appreciated everybody's support, and I can't thank you guys enough. We're halfway to 5K, and I am so taken aback by it. And I appreciate all of your support and all else love y'all give me. Absolutely, I love drawing. I like drawing. It's fun. I don't do it very often because I don't have time, but I do enjoy it. But like, I cannot put into words how much I appreciate everybody's like replies. Like, I try to reply to everybody. Like, I honestly can't. It's just, I'm just so it's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit overheated. My fan died a couple minutes ago, and I was like, oh, okay. I think it's time. I have seen South Park, actually. I watch a little bit of it now. Like, a little bit. I've seen a little bit of it. Actually, one of my videos on here somewhere is from, is a sound from South Park. But, anyways, so I'm gonna go, guys. I appreciate all your support, and I love you guys. I'm gonna get off because I'm kind of burning in soup, but I will see y'all next time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.